Excuse me. So I just got finished watching uh Carrie, the movie. There's actually like four versions. Well, actually five if you count. Well, there's yeah, to a degree, yeah, there's like four versions plus the sequel. Um, if you watch the original Carrie, um, there's actually a sequel to that version to where Carrie has a stepsister, and it takes place in like the 90s, and so um, Sue, the girl that survived or that got away, she ends up being a high school psychologist, and she's trying to make up for the wrongs that she did that caused the death of Carrie and most of her, well, all of her classmates. In the TV version, which I just saw, the TV movie version that I saw was really horrible. I really hated it. It was kind of slow paced. Yet again, it took place in the 90s, but it was really just awful. I hated I hated it. It was very boring. Um, there were like one or two interesting scenes in the movie, but I just ended up hating it because it was ridiculously boring. Um, I surprised I put myself to watch that 2 hour shit because it was really just kind of uninteresting. I ended up seeing the other version, the most recent remake, the 2013 remake, about 2 years ago. That was fairly okay. One thing I did like about that version was that uh, the girl playing Carrie, she was a bit more attractive. But yeah, but it was pretty good. Now I don't know if it was the I'll say the original, the true original one was better. But I just wanted to get to the point now of why I'm making this video. Um, I wanted to talk about Carrie's mother and the concept of the, I guess, false patriarchal single mom. And I wanted to label this video as Carrie, as something into the mix of mothers, single mothers, or the birth of misogyny. Um, Even Sarge has made videos talking about how single moms or mothers in general, they train their sons, whether it's subliminally or directly, on to hate women or to avoid certain type of women. Sometimes, especially with black mothers, they will, tell their sons to avoid dating other single moms because they just want to use them as to get resources or as additional income. And your mother doesn't want you raising another man's baby. And especially when you watch Maury, and a couple times you'll see that the mother or even the sister will will tag team with the man who is accused of being a deadbeat father. And usually these women will say that, oh, such and such, she's a whore, such and such, she's been around the block, and this, that, and the third. um when I watch Carrie, I feel like the concept of She is the mother of misogyny. If she is not a true patriarch, she's not a patriarchal mother, because she's a single mom, and she talks about how she messed up during her teen years, and how she has to make up for it, and by making up for her so-called sins, she has to read the Bible, pray, ask for forgiveness, repent, and pray that Carrie um, will be a loved child of the Lord, and that her birth isn't in vain, or something to be ashamed of. And there was a scene in the TV movie to where a young Carrie, she's watching a young lady, and through the fence, and then she ends up meeting her, and she was like, what are those? And they were pointing at the breast, and even in the other versions, they mention breasts, and Carrie was like, in this version, Carrie was like, what are those? And the woman was like, these are nipples, and these are breasts, and one day you'll have one, you'll have some. And Carrie was like, "Oh no, I can't have that. You know, breasts are for bad girls, and I want to be a good girl." So there's this kind of slut shaming of, you know, it's either the slut shaming of the sexualization of breasts, or the slut shaming of being a mother. Being a mother implies that you've had sex and you've shamed yourself, and in the movies, Carrie's mother repeatedly talks about the Adam and Eve, and how Eve sinned, and she was imperfect, and she didn't know any better, and her her betrayal of the Lord is the reason why women can't be trusted, and why women are docile, weak, and stupid. And it kind of this kind of notion reminds me of my own mom. She wasn't abusive, but she said something very interesting yesterday, because my brother, he's going to college, and my brother, well, you know how parents, they give their kid to talk about sex in college, and learning to be protected, and use protection, be careful, and stuff like that. My mom, she ended up giving the dumb lecture of you need to be careful, and she made one thing I remember specifically was she saying, leave those fast girls alone. Now this is kind of funny coming from a woman who never been to college. So it's like, who are these fast girls? Now, granted, yes, they're all girls who will sleep with guys. They'll sleep with anyone. They'll sleep even at my school. There's been rumors of girls, um, sleeping with the whole fraternity. But anyways, it's like I'm kind of thinking to myself, like, where did she get this mentality? Where did she get that notion? Like, why would she bring it up? It's just one thing to say, like, let's just be honest. He's going to try it anyway. My thing is that I'm not expecting my brother to be the 25-year-old version. I'm not expecting, he's 18. I know that he wants to go on dates. He wants to hang out with girls. He wants to sleep with girls. He wants to, take them out to the movies and this, that, and third. And I really hate how my mother is, even though my little brother won't listen to my mom's advice. He usually just pushes it over to the side. I just hate how unrealistic she is. You know, let's just be honest with you. He's going to do it. He's going to think about it. And I'm in college, and sex is very stressed. even more so by the health administrations. They're always passing out condoms, and these condoms are free, and you can get it anywhere. You can get it at the school clinic. They have no problem giving it out to you if you want a condom. Like, hey, there's a whole basket. You can take the whole damn thing. There's no shame into it. Last year, or was it this year? No, it was this year. My school tried making flavored lubricant. It was really weird. Oh God, it was really weird. But like I said, a lot of these schools are spending money finding safe ways for their students to have protected and consensual sex. That's why there's a lot of stress about college rape and what's considered consent and how, rape cases and rape allegations are handled. Even though a lot of people are angry about colleges not siding with the victim or the alleged victim, the thing is that colleges have to play both sides. They can't show favoritism. They have to be dead set in the middle. And, so it's a 50-50. But, I just don't like how a lot of single moms, they don't, when it comes to what with these single moms raising these so-called potentially on point black men. I've seen this a couple times where you'll see a single mom and her son is like a nerdy dude. He's like Malik from Tyler Perry House of Pain, and he's very odd. He's asexual to because he's asexual to the point or the degree of that it seems weird or awkward or illogical that he would have a girlfriend. Why would he have a girlfriend? And he's so odd. He's so weird. You know. And I hate how I even hate how when I was a child how she how me and my brothers came out. We weren't social. We were ashamed of each other. I'll admit I was ashamed of my family, at least my mom and my brothers, because I didn't want to feel like, oh, you're coming from a poor family or you're coming from nothing. I wish I used to be angry with my older brother because he wasn't like most people. He wasn't like most older brothers. You wish you had an older brother that you can look up to, and you're asking him questions. And you idolize him because he has the cool job, he has the hot girl, he's a father, he's doing something. I didn't, my older brother didn't come out like that. He didn't, he came out, unsuccessful, a failure. He's in his mid 30s and he's struggling. He can't find work or a solid or stable job. And it's basically he has nowhere to go or nothing to do with. So basically, all he can do is just watch TV, play video games, and just live life little by little. Um, but back to that speech that my mom gave my older brother, I really did. I didn't like it because it's just unrealistic. You have to let him grow, and he's not going to be the child anymore. He's not going to be the kid who is just at home and he's by himself, and the only time he can play with his friends or even be with his friends is you know once a year. Or my mom has like really sheltered my little brother, but I just kind of hated how my mom was not a progressive person. She didn't help him in anything. She didn't help him get to college. It was basically the mentality of you figure it out. You're on your own. Good luck. Just apply yourself. I'm seeing all these other kids go to school and go to college, and they don't pay anything. What's wrong with you? How come it's that mentality of I see all these blue moons, and I'm frustrated that you're not one. It's that that selfish mentality of you should have done better, other than, oh, you as the parent should have provided more. And I didn't like how my mother didn't teach my little brother how to drive. Basically he would have to move and have his dad teach him how to drive. But my thing is that he didn't even get. He was, and my little brother, he was studying. He was studying to at least get his permit. I mean, like, what's wrong with that? Like, you don't even have to fucking drive the car. I know my mom's very antsy about the fucking car, but I didn't like that. I didn't like how she is very non-supportive with shit. And then she'll get angry with my little brother about, like, why can't you do shit right? It's like you're not giving him resources. And basically you're gonna teach him how to hate you. You're gonna teach him how to hate women, or be frustrated, and especially be hateful towards black women because he is not getting support, and he's going to look at other races of women and be like, why can't you be like that white mom I see on TV? And I don't know if he ever thought about it, but maybe he has. Let's just run with it, because I sure as hell had. Because I sure as hell been mad at my mother when I was younger, and been like, hey, how come you weren't like, these white moms who support their kids, and you know, and put them in these programs, and support them financially. You know, you weren't like them. You're not doing. You're not even trying. It's basically, we have to figure it out, and then act like you were so on our side at the last minute. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. If you weren't on our side, we're not going to reimburse you with love, or leftover finances. We're just gonna leave you in the dust and just be like, fuck it. Because I don't understand that mentality that she has. I don't understand why she thinks like that. Why you're mad at him because he's not um because he doesn't do certain things right. But, like, get this, my mom, like, she's mad at my little brother because he's going to college, and he did all the paperwork, and he did the shit on his own. I helped him out as well. But when it came to, like, okay, checking the forms, registering for classes, making sure that, okay, you got to find out that how to get a waiver for getting vaccinated, and doing all this shit. And you know shit, what I was about to say. And my mom, she got mad at my little brother because he did the shit on his own and he didn't tell her. I'm like, what do you expect? I mean, what is him telling you? Okay, he told you now, because he has to leave within 2 weeks. And my mom was like, why are you leaving now? And why didn't you tell anybody? You guys never tell me anything. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? We just where he's getting up to early registration. It's like, when we now get the news, we're blamed for not telling you shit. I'm like, he's a grown ass kid, man. He's doing things on his own because what? You're not helping him. You know, you know, you never, like, looked into college and been like, oh well, maybe there's other schools that might accept his test scores. Granted, it did take a while for him to get a good score on his SAT. But, how come she wasn't like, okay, we're going to look for other schools that may accept the score? She didn't do that because what? She never been to college. So so it's like, I don't know what you expect my little brother to tell you when you don't know anything. And she's making a lot of strawman arguments about how there's so many secrets that he's withholding from her, and it's like, just grow up, mom. Just grow up. You need to stop acting as if you know I'm glad that I'm I'm glad that I'm out of there, man. I'm glad that I'm out of there. I couldn't deal with her too long myself, man. And I'm glad that my little brother, he's gonna be out of the way too, because what's the point of being in a place, or being with somebody, or a parent who can't support you financially, who's not giving you resources? You know, you didn't give them a car. You know, you're not like the white parents or even, even the working class black parents. You know, where I live at, I'm seeing young girls already driving, already getting the car privileges and shit. You know, already driving their friends all around. You know, and my mom couldn't even let my little brother take the goddamn um the what's that, the fuck, what is it called, get his little damn driving permit. He doesn't even have to touch the goddamn car. All he has to do is go on a computer, and pick, just pick from multiple choice, answer like what, 20 questions in 20 minutes or whatever, get a 70 and he's good. But no, you couldn't let him do it because you're what, too damn selfish. You were too damn selfish, and it's like, hey, if my little brother ends up hating, our mom, I don't blame him. I don't blame him because it's like, what do you expect? You know, I just hope that he doesn't fall like me to where I've had so much frustration with my mother to the point that I'm taking my rage into black women and other women that I love and appreciate. And so I hope that he doesn't take that route. I don't think that he will, but I have to be there for him so he won't take that route. He has to see, so he has to be in areas where he's seeing supportive black women and black women who support black men who are doing something, and they're doing it out of love. They're not doing it out of pity. That's the most important thing. He needs to see positive images, positive situations where black women are supporting black men who are of some who are worth a damn, you know. But I just think my mom, she's like Carrie's mother to a degree, not as abusive, but it's just that false patriarch, or that false, you know, that kind of that religious mindset, you know, denying your kids resources, denying your kid a chance to be a part of the world and socialize. A lot of these mothers don't realize how much damage they are doing to their kids. Cause I can see that the damage that she done to my older brother. He's damn near in his mid 30s. He can't do anything. It's too late. It's damn near too late for him. He can't magically go to college and just be like, okay, I'm going to be an engineer, or I'm going to be a an accountant, and magically get this degree in 4 years. It's too late. It's damn near too late. And, he's already having trouble finding work, even though he's never been to jail, or or been into like a serious altercation with people. But he's blacklisted. He can't function like the average dude. He can't. He doesn't have the mobility. He doesn't have a car. I don't even think he has a license. So that's a product of my mother's parenting. You know, and guess who has to, once I completely get my shit together after I graduate college, I have to fix it because he's my brother and he's been there for me. But but the thing is, I know that my family, whether it's my mom or my older brother, they're going to be jealous of my success. And as much as I've talked to other people, I do may have to, just kind of push them over to the side and be like, fuck it. Once I'm, doing my thing and traveling internationally, I'm not bringing y'all. Shit. I still need this vacation from y'all, and I'm not. You know, I don't see the point of me trying to reclaim old times or put you guys into my program when I didn't feel like I was needed. I didn't felt like I was supported. You know, where was the, what love do I get? But that speech that my mom gave my little brother, man, that pushed me that moved me the wrong way because you can't expect him. But at least my dad, I know my dad already talked to my little brother about college. I don't know what he said to him directly, but I know that he's not gonna be dumb and be like, "Oh, don't talk to no girls, and you better study and focus." I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. This is a stupid thing my mother is just constantly instilling into my little brother of, you know, be antisocial. Avoid everybody. You know, just be in the books and go home and you can play video games if you want, but it's like go home, study, go to school, go home, study, go to school, go home, study, go to school, go home. It's like he's not gonna do that. Let him explore. Let him make mistakes, and I'll be there when so I can guide him and shit. You know, I don't want him having sex unprotected, but hey, I let him at least let him get a blowjob. At least I know it's hard for a mother to fathom that or even talk about it, but it's like let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. He wants to be around girls because he's going to see the fraternity dudes. He's going to see the Qs, the alphas, the kappas, being around girls and getting the hot girls. He's going to see the AKAs. He's going to see the Zetas and whoever, and he's going to see those girls and he's going to want to be with them. He might want to be with them. He might just want to fuck them. It's a natural thing in college. And I'm not going to play dumb as if, oh, you better focus on your shit or, you better not be social at all or you're going to fail. That's a dumb thing to say. My thing is to say, um, be balanced. That's my advice. Be balanced. Take things one step at a time. You're just now in college. Okay, you're in college. Okay, socialize. Okay, take advantage of the easy courses that's there now. Study. Be around people. A lot of girls in college are very smart. They're very smart. They're making good grades. A lot of girls in my school are surprising me. I thinking they're dumb as a rock, but a lot of those girls are smart. They're making what 3.5 GPA. So I ain't be around them, learn from them. But that's just my video. I don't want to make it too long or drag it out. But it's a lot of these single moms who have potential on point black boys, and they're still teaching them to be antisocial. And they still want their sons to be magically successful, yet they don't give them the tools to do anything. Like how do you expect my little brother to make it in life when you're not even supporting him? He gets no resources from you, and you're like, fuck it. You better learn to get it yourself, or you better find somebody else. And when he finds somebody else, don't expect him to be thankful to you because you wasn't there. You was not the person giving him physical resources. You was not the person supporting him financially. You was not the person who was that was holding his hand and saying, "I got your back" when he was down and out. So if he has a girlfriend or he has a mentor, don't expect him to still idolize you because he won't.